Well, old buddy, guess that's the season. A lot of memories, a lot of miles. Remember that cool 9 hours to Rockford? Oh, I do. I remember. Oh, man. Remember when we almost ran out of gas there? Remember driving to Rochester, 3 consecutive, went to Grand Rapids, and then drove home only to leave immediately again to go directly back. We got in those high-speed chases. And each and every one of those toll booths is its own special memory.
Remember those hot dogs in Chicago? Oh, that's great.
Great stuff. Be good, okay? We'll see you in the fall. Whoa. What is going on? Oh my God. What is happening? Oh my God, Sully, what are you doing there? Have you been in there this whole time? But why? What? Like, when did you get? We've been doing this for months. So let's get you inside, my God. Well, hey everybody, welcome to another edition, in fact, the final episode of Season 1 of Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, right here on Valley Sports, Great Lakes. Tony Brown here with you, and we have a big show today. We're going to break down really the entirety of the 2020-2021 season. It's in the rearview mirror now, and we're headed on into the summer months. Coming up on the show, in headlines presented by Anthem, we're going to take a look at a number of really notable things that happened during the Monsters season this year, and we'll also take a look at the final Central Division standings when all was said and done this season. Also, coming up, we've got our marathon interview with the Monsters marketing and community relations departments, as Ben Adams and Raven Payne are going to join us to talk about all the Monsters achieved this year and what's ahead next season in a return to normalcy in the American Hockey League. But let's begin, as usual, with our headlines, courtesy of Anthem. First thing we want to talk about today in headlines, the final Central Division standings in the AHL this year. Now, really, the best team in the division coast to coast this season was the Chicago Wolves. You got to tip your cap to them. Of course, they were working with prospects from 2 NHL organizations this year as a result of some teams opting out of the 2020-2021 season, but the Wolves were fantastic. Although it's worth noting that the Monsters, who finished in second place in the Central Division standings, they beat the Wolves 4 times in 4 head-to-head meetings. And Cleveland, also worth noting, was the team that played the fewest games of all of the other Central Division teams this year. Just 29 games for the Monsters this season and a second-place finish to go with it there. So a great year for the Monsters in their cameo appearance back in their old division, the Central, before they return to the North Division, presumably for next season. Next up on headlines, we want to take a look at the Monsters' scoring race from this last season. Of course, there were many players that contributed offensively for Cleveland, but none more so than rookie forward Tyler Angle. He takes it down as the Monsters' rookie forward with 24 points, including 11 goals in his first professional action. A great year for him, so he is your Monsters' top scorer at the end of the 2021 season. Although nipping at his heels, a veteran addition this year for the Monsters, Tyler 𝑆𝑒𝑒𝑟A, playing on an AHL contract, appeared in every game for the Monsters this year, tied Angle for the team lead with 11 goals and just 3 points shy of Tyler's 24-point showing. So 𝑆𝑒𝑒𝑟A in second with 21 points, and with 20 points in third place in the Monsters scoring race, another rookie, Carson Meyer, had a spectacular season. Of course, a Columbus area native, a former Ohio State Buckeye, got his first taste of pro hockey with the Monsters this year, earned himself an NHL contract for next season. So a great year for those 3 guys at the top of the Monsters scoring list at the end of the 2021 season. Moving on in headlines, time now to take a look at some of the key milestones that the Monsters saw this season. Of course, Zach Dalpe started with a bang on opening night. First game of the year, first home game of the year. The Monsters lost back on the 12th of February to the Rochester Americans at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, but Zach Dalpe came up with his 20th power play goal in his Monsters career, tying him for the all-time franchise lead in that category. And so a big moment and a big highlight early in the season for the Monsters captain. Moving on, we'll flash ahead all the way to early April when the Monsters set a whole bevy of team records in a 9-2 win on the road over the Rochester Americans. That was such a notable night in the context of the franchise's history because it was the first time ever that the team scored 9 goals in a game. 9 different players had a goal. There were multiple 4-point performances, a couple of 3-point performances too in that game, and of course the Monsters tied a franchise record too with a +7 margin of victory. A very memorable night in April for the Monsters in Rochester. And finally, who could forget in a milestone that was achieved on the final home game of the regular season. Of course, that belonging to Brett Gallant, as he had 12 penalty minutes in that game, and with it passed Dan Maggio for the Monsters' all-time franchise record in penalty minutes, over 530 in his Monsters career for Brett Gallant, spanning parts of 6 seasons. So what a thrilling way for one of the Monsters' all-time fan faves to sign off this season, at least, in a Monsters uniform by capturing one of the club's all-time records. Moving along now on headlines, let's talk about a recent piece of news for Monsters fans that came down the wire on Twitter. The great Brad Thiessen, fans call him Brickwall Brad, and well, his playing career now in the rearview mirror. He called it a career after 12 professional seasons, including parts of 6 as a member of the Monsters. His retirement extending to his playing career, maybe not so much to his coaching career. We'll have to wait and see about that. But it was just such a pleasure to call him a colleague, to call him a teammate and a friend, too, during his time here with the Monsters. He ends his Monsters playing career as the team's one of the team's all-time leaders in literally every goaltending statistical category, including appearances, 89 of those in his Monsters career, wins, shootouts, goals against average, save percentage, minutes played, total saves, all of that, Brad Thiessen was able to achieve. So he ends his playing career again as one of the Monsters' all-time greats between the pipes and one of the most beloved players amongst the fans in team history. So to Brad, we say congratulations on an excellent career. Thanks to you and your family for all that you've been able to do to impact the community and the team during your time with the Monsters. A Calder Cup champion in 2016 and an all-around great guy. Thanks so much, Brad, for everything, and enjoy your retirement. With that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, our marathon interview is next on Monsters OT. We'll talk to the Monsters marketing and community relations departments about what happened last year, what Cleveland achieved during the pandemic off the ice, and also what fans can look forward to next season as the AHL returns to normal. Ben Adams and Raven Payne join us next from the Monsters front office. This is Monsters OT. Hang with us. We're presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, only here on Bally Sports, Great Lakes.
At university hospitals, our sports medicine experts bring science and compassion together to develop personalized care plans for athletes at every level, from Pee-wee to pro. The same experts who care for the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Monsters, and the Cleveland Ballet keep our local athletes performing at their best. Schedule an appointment at uhsports.org. University Hospitals, the science of health.
And I'm a pharmacist at Discount Drug Mart, but that's not all I am. I'm a daughter, a wife, and a mother. I'm your neighbor, part of the community just like you. Drug Mart is part of the community too. They have been for more than 50 years. Now, more than ever in these challenging times, your neighborhood Drug Mart pharmacy, all of us are here to help you. You can rely on us to go the extra mile, whatever you need, every time. I know in my heart that I can lean on my neighbors, and you can lean on Discount Drug Mart.
Musselman's Family Farmers handpick every apple for our applesauce, so it's the real deal. Unlike this, gelatin salad? Won't find this anywhere near a farm. Musselman's, handpicked from our family farms.
Welcome back, everyone, to Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Tony Brown back with you. Time now for our marathon interview, and today we're joined by the Monsters' Senior Director of Marketing and Communications, the one, the only, Mr. Ben Adams. Ben, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me, Tony. I'm excited to make my Monsters OT debut here.
It's a big thing, but hopefully we can get through this together. Okay, let's talk about last season, because it was a year like no other. I mean, COVID-19 wreaked havoc across the AHL and certainly messed up a lot of the Monsters' marketing plans for this season, but the team found a way to get through it all, and a lot of that was due to the fan support. If you could just weigh in a little bit on how the fans helped kind of keep the team going throughout this year.
Yeah, well, you heard it from our players at the last game of the season. That's one of the things we wanted to make sure that people understood at our fan salute night is just how important their sticking with us was to the team, to our business, and just for us to be able to go into next year with some momentum. So we're incredibly thankful of the fans for sticking with us. We had some of the best crowds in the AHL this season, and we're sure that's going to continue when we can pack the barn here in October.
It's going to be crazy to get back to that full capacity feeling and atmosphere at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I know everybody is excited about that in the 21-22 season. What can you tell us about what fans might be able to expect, at least in terms of getting back to full capacity, how many games, all that kind of stuff?
Well, I can tell you as a marketer and our team, we're really excited just to be thinking in the ways that we're used to thinking in terms of Monsters promotions and giveaways and specialty jerseys and all these things that make the Monsters game experience unique and fun. So I can say we're going to get back to that next year. This last season was a lot about, thanking our medical heroes, paying tribute to a number of different folks, and it, maybe had a little more serious tone. We did some great things this year for the community. We're going to continue to do that, but next year we want to get back to having some fun, and that means, maybe Top Gun night next year, and we're still fielding ideas, and they can come from anywhere. That's a great thing.
Yeah, it's funny. Top Gun night, I think we were working on that 2 summers ago, and finally we'll get to see that come to fruition. We know it's not just about promotions, though, for the Monsters fans. It's about specialty jerseys. It's about the whole game night experience. So in terms of, getting as many folks in the building as possible, all that's going to be back to normal, right?
Yeah, and we've, it's hard to predict anything now, but we're really excited about what's been happening. You see the Indians, they're able to have all the fans at their stadium, and we're hoping that continues into the fall. I can tell you everybody's done a lot of work to make sure that's the case. Even going back over the course of the last year, the amount of work that's been done to make this a safe environment and to make it so that we can go back into next year with a full house, it's been mind-blowing, honestly.
So I know that you mentioned Top Gun night, but without getting into specifics, I realize that the front office staff is doing a lot of hard work over the summer to figure out what the promo schedule will be. Anything else you can maybe give our viewers a little teaser on what they can see at the games next year?
Well, I don't want to skip past this Top Gun night. Like you said, it's been the longest developed promotion in probably Monsters history, 2 years. The movie itself has been pushed back a number of times, and so with that movie coming out in November, we've already put the jersey design out there. We've just had 2 years to make this really awesome, and so it's going to be great. But I think you can always count on some staples. There's things that we get feedback from the fans that they want to see every year. That's your Cleveland Rocks nights, your Pucks and Paws, which I'm looking forward to bringing back next spring. And there's a lot of things that are going to look like a normal Monsters year, but we always find a way to give it a little twist, make it exciting from year to year. Well,
can't wait for next season. Short off season, and that's a good thing this time around for the Monsters as we prepare for the 2021-22 season. It's Ben Adams, Senior Director of Marketing and Communications for the Monsters. Ben, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Tony.
All right, Monsters OT debut. Check that box for Ben Adams. We'll take a break, come back with more of our marathon interview. We're going to talk community relations with Monsters Community Relations Specialist Raven Payne. That's next on Monsters. Buddy to Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Our marathon interview continues on now with Monsters Community Relations Specialist Raven Payne. Raven, it's awesome to have you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Tony. Great to be here.
All right, we got a lot to talk about because we kind of wanted to run back with you some of the CR highlights, community relations highlights from the past season. And there's really one thing that jumps to the front of my mind, and that was the amazing project the Monsters were able to complete through the Monsters Community Foundation at Halloran Park, the Learning and Recreation Center. We were there on Monsters OT shooting an episode earlier in the year. What a cool project. You were really involved in that one. Tell us about it. It had to be a really cool thing.
No, that was a super awesome experience. And just the whole work that went into it was impressive. And even just working with Marianne and Ron all there, they really wanted to do something special for the kids there. They wanted to do something special for the community. And so we really just took the opportunity to jump in. And that was an awesome project. We honestly have to thank our supporters and Monsters Hockey Club members for sure. Because all of their donations went into that. It was a $30,000 project, went into new flooring, new lighting, laptops, and just multiple things that go into that room. And so we're just really excited for the kids to get in there. It has been obviously COVID, so they haven't been able to experience it fully, but it's a super exciting project to be a part of.
And, of course, the custom bubble hockey game.
Yes.
That's really the start and the end of the
bubble hockey
conversation.
machine, there was a bench that we made out of actually all of our players' sticks.
Right.
So names are on them. So it's official.
Well, it's so cool. And, you know, the Monsters strive to make such a big impact in the community year over year. It was really awesome to see something tangible like that kids in Cleveland can enjoy really for years and years to come. So that was awesome. But you guys in the CR department, you really had to get creative this year, right? I mean, with the pandemic, things that the Monsters do every year, like events or maybe in-person visits at hospitals, stuff like that couldn't happen. So you guys had to innovate a little bit. Tell us about how that went for you this year.
Definitely. We had to go to the virtual world of Zooms and Teams, and but we really had a lot of player involvement when it came to that. They wanted to jump on a Zoom. It was easy from home for them, so but it was very impactful for the kids that were able to join those calls, as well as we use some hospital healthcare workers to even get on those Zooms and just really thank them and appreciate them for all the work that they did within the pandemic.
Yeah, and you guys, you know, despite the pandemic, the Monsters were all over the community this year, including recently, you were down with the Monster Mobile, which is awesome. I love the Monster Mobile. You know that. But you guys made a recent appearance at the Pride Ride down at Edgewater. Tell us about that. I mean, the pictures looked so much fun.
It was a super amazing experience. It was actually my first year going down. I was able to take the Monster Mobile, some actual team members with us. It was our first really major event out with just involving a lot of people, and it was super exciting to be there. Everybody was so wonderful, so open-minded, just going everywhere, everybody saying hi. There was not a frowning face in sight. It was very fun, and just really wanted to get us out in the community and show that we really support everybody in this community. So we were just excited to be able to be a part of it. It was great.
Yeah, it looked fun. It looked awesome and a cool event for sure. You know, we're on into the off season right now. So for those of us on the hockey side of things, it's kind of like you exhale a little bit and you get some time off to recoup for next year. But the community relations department, you guys are working all year long, whether you're in season, out of season, over the summer. You guys are all over the place in Northeast Ohio. So tell the fans, if you could, Raven, a little bit about where the fans can find the Monsters in the community this summer.
We're actually thinking about, so we're doing a lot of different things. We're taking the Monster Mobile out, of course. It's up and rolling and running, and really just want to get out in the community and show our support to every community. We have some targeted communities in mind, and just really dealing with community centers, child care centers, and just getting some sticks in hands. So kind of combining the youth hockey aspect and getting them out there with the stick and the ball and the net. Very simple, but also just continuing to just grow the brand of the Monsters in this as well, but also we're planning to go back to Halloran Park. We have to go back to Halloran Park. We have to continue the partnership there. The community is wonderful. They do a lot of wonderful things there, from the pool to simply skating on the rink with roller skating. So it's just a super exciting time within the summer, and really just to have events in person. We're really excited about.
Growing the brand and growing the game. Well, you're at it there, Raven. Awesome stuff. Raven Payne, our community relations specialist with the Monsters, thank you so much for joining our marathon interview.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
All right. We talked about innovation. The Monsters have been super innovative this year, including with their jersey off the players' backs promotions. Let's take a closer look at how the Monsters were able to keep that alive even amidst the pandemic.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jeff Sabo.
My name's Becky.
I'm Chris. I've been a Monster Hockey Club member for 6 years.
I've been a Monsters Hockey Club member for,
3 years.
I'm going to be honest, I've lost track.
I love the organization.
I was there for the Calder Cup Championship game. It was amazing. Anyone who's there could tell you that.
Obviously, the first ever Monsters game I went to, I was in college. And from that time on, I was hooked. And one of the things I wanted to do,
Jeff,
my early
it's,
adult. Oh, hey,
Jeff,
how's it going, Brad?
It's Brad Thiessen from the Monsters here. How are you doing?
That pretty much cemented my family and my, hi!
Hi, Becky. How are you?
Holy crap, hi!
Sorry to surprise you and chime in here.
I've met a lot of my friends through here, group of 20 or 30 of us that was still
Chris.
probably... Hey, what's up, Justin?
Wanted to jump on here and just say thanks for your support this season. We know how crazy of a year this has been, and as players, we appreciate being able to have fans like yourself who are supporting us through this tough time. So really appreciate that.
Oh, hey, not a problem. And hey, we're definitely glad that you guys had a chance to have a season.
Wow, that's crazy. Hi.
So a little surprise for you. Wanted to thank you so much for all the support. Been a crazy year and a half, but appreciate you still coming and supporting us. Looking forward to hopefully some full houses next year that we'll see you at.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of hop on this Zoom call and thank you for all your support, and then also give you my jersey at the end of the season.
Oh, I would definitely love that.
Just to say thanks, you're gonna get my jersey from this year. They're gonna send that to you for being a fan and enjoying being with us this year. So thanks for that.
You're gonna get a jersey of mine after the season's done.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have to throw in a few signed pucks and stuff too for the kids.
Oh
So
man, that's awesome.
we'll throw that in with the jersey. That'll be great.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. We love coming to the games.
We appreciate it. It's been quite the year.
I can't wait till next season when we hopefully can get to have your meet the team, see you guys again.
100%. I love it. Good to see you, Chris.
Thank you so much. And do you mind if I take a picture of this? Because
Yeah, go for
literally,
it.
I want to show this to I definitely want to send this to some people.
You got
So thanks, Brad. I definitely appreciate that.
No problem, Jeff. Enjoy, and thanks for your support.
At university hospitals, our sports medicine experts bring science and compassion together to develop personalized care plans for athletes at every level, from Pee-wee to pro. The same experts who care for the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Monsters, and the Cleveland Ballet keep our local athletes performing at their best. Schedule an appointment at uhsports.org. University Hospitals, the science of health, the art of compassion.
Welcome back, everyone, to Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Well, believe it or not, we've reached the end of the first season of Monsters OT, and that means we have a ton of thank yous to hand out. First and foremost, a heartfelt thank you to all the fine folks at Bally Sports Great Lakes, and also with the Cleveland Monsters and Rocky Entertainment Group for giving us this opportunity to bring Monsters content to you guys throughout this season. Thanks most of all, though, to you, the fans and viewers, for staying engaged with us and watching Monsters OT. There are so many people that make this show as fun as it is, and so we appreciate each and every one of them. We thought a great way to end this season of Monsters OT would be with our Monsters Memories segment presented by HDS Brand Solutions. So let's take a look back at some of the sights, sounds, and highlights of the 2020-2021 AHL season for the Cleveland Monsters, a campaign I'm sure none of us will soon forget. We'll see you after a brief July hiatus in August with information for next year. But thanks for watching. This has been Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine. I'm Tony Brown, signing off on Bally Sports Great Lakes.
Yeah, I've said it since day one here. Still the best place to play in the AHL.
We want to thank you, Cleveland.
Now high slot, Delpy loads the gun, fires, he scores! Power play goal for Zach Delpy.
Ahora 1 contra 1, Angol y Fury, Angol para Fury, de regreso para Fury, ¡gol!
Tell you one thing, man, I am not cleaning that van. That is on you, 100%. Whoa, whoa.
Watch where you're going, bud.
Are you kidding me right now? Didn't those guys retire? Ugh, always been jerks. Listen, like Grand Rapids is not that bad, but next time we go to Rockford, better drive.